Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is a little bit of a different video for my channel. Obviously you can probably tell by the title. So I had to go to the Mayo Clinic recently. I'm just going to kind of give a little bit of an overview. Basically for this video, I went to Rochester, Minnesota. Me and my mom and my dad came the second time we went. But we went to the Mayo Clinic and I just kind of filmed everything kind of like a vlog style. So I took the camera with me to appointments and after appointments and like around the downtown, into the hospital, in the hotel room, kind of anywhere I felt comfortable filming, I filmed. Just to kind of, if anyone is going to the Mayo Clinic, you would know that they really don't give you any sort of anything. Like you really don't know any information at all except for your appointment time and where to go. So I didn't know what to expect at all. So this is kind of for anybody that is going through anything that has to go to the Mayo Clinic and you don't know what to expect. So I want to give just like a quick overview of what has been going on the past few months. A lot of you have kind of been noticing like through my Snapchat and other things that I haven't been feeling that great. And a lot of you have been reaching out and just, you know, saying you're praying for me and hoping that I'm feeling good. And I just want to say thank you to all of you. Your support is very appreciated and I really needed it. So thank you to all of you and all of my friends and family obviously here with me that, you know, never stopped praying for me. I really appreciate all your prayers and love and support and kind comments and anything, any thoughts at all. I really appreciate it. So quickly, I just will go through what has been going on. So back when I was about like a sophomore in high school, I started getting sick a lot. I just would always have like stomach issues. And I went to a few doctors here and there throughout high school and just kind of nothing ever came of it. So I just kind of lived with it. And then the same thing into college. I just kind of watched what I ate a little bit and tried to just control my stomach a little bit. Nothing really helped. So I just kind of lived with it, and then I got a few bouts of like vertigo and dizziness along with the stomach aches, and I didn't like that. Obviously that's, if you know what vertigo and dizziness is like, it's not fun or comfortable, or you just can't really do anything about it. You just feel really dizzy all the time. So that was kind of annoying. And then in November of last year, 2015, I was visiting Michael and Alex in Nashville, and I got really sick. And I had to go to the hospital there in Nashville with them, and the hospital there told me I might have like kidney stones or like a liver or something in my liver. So they're like, when you get home to Michigan, just get that taken out and you'll be fine. So I was like, okay, great. Ended up not being that. So I went to the hospital here in Lansing in Michigan and saw every specialist I could see, and only one thing came up out of the ordinary, and it was my blood tested high for a very rare cancer. So the cancer is very rare. Basically, they told me at Mayo Clinic that one person a year gets it, if that, not even that. So they're like, it's extremely rare that you have it in the first place, and even more rare that you have it because usually it's women over 50, and I'm obviously 21. So they're like, weird that you have this. It could be a possibility, but it's just my blood tested high for it. I don't have all the symptoms of it, but most of the symptoms I had, so they're like, maybe you do. So I got a few CT scans and like an octreotide scan. It's basically a scan that's like a full, it's just a full body scan. So I got a bunch of scans. I got like 7 or 8 scans throughout a few months, and all of them came back clear. No tumors, no nodules, no nothing. They thought I had a thyroid tumor. Ended up not being that. I got like an ultrasound on my neck and ended up not being that. So I went to U of M. I was kind of sick of, not sick of, but the doctors here told me they really couldn't think of anything else, so they couldn't help me anymore, so I went to U of M. And I got a lot of like recommendations for U of M, everyone saying like, talking really highly of U of M. So we went there, really high hopes, went to like the GI doctor there, and he was very nice, very thorough, spent a lot of time talking to us in that first appointment, and he agreed I probably do have this cancer, wanting me to go see the cancer doctor there at U of M. So I went to the cancer center at the University of Michigan and saw the doctor there, also very nice and very thorough, very professional, but he was very confident that I didn't have this tumor, that I didn't have this cancer. So he was like, I don't want to see you back here. I want you to go back to your other doctor and figure something out with him. I want you to start a chemotherapy. So they started me on this chemotherapy that has 0 side effects. So no hair loss, no nothing like that, no nothing, just a chemotherapy to help you feel better. So my nurse there said that she has a bunch of patients on this chemotherapy, and you're on it for the rest of your life. And basically, it's just 3 shots a day that you give yourself wherever you have fat. So I gave it to myself in my in my legs, like my thighs. And so I did it for the day I started it, and then the next day. And I got really sick. It like amplified my symptoms by like 10. So I was just very uncomfortable and not feeling good at all. So I called my nurse there and I was like, listen, this isn't working for me. Have you ever seen this happen before, since you have so many patients on this chemo? And she said, no, I've never seen it happen before. I don't know what to tell you. So I was like, this is kind of scary. Like, I don't feel good at all. I usually don't, but I really didn't then. So that was on a Friday. So she was like, how about on Monday when we're open again, because hospitals aren't open on weekends. She was like, how about on Monday you triple your dose? So that would be giving myself 9 shots of chemotherapy, and I was not comfortable with that for a lot of reasons, but because I couldn't get in to see the doctor, I just could never get into that doctor, which I understand, but I could never get in. Couldn't even call him. I could only talk to the nurse, which I get, but I wanted obviously to be seen. If someone's telling me I have cancer, I want to be seen by a doctor. So I obviously told her I was not comfortable with that, and I want to point out that it's okay to not be comfortable with something that a doctor tells you to do. Tell them you're not comfortable with it if you're not comfortable, and I obviously wasn't, so I said, I don't want to do that. Do you have any other thing I could do right now to feel better right now? And she said, no, we don't pull things out of our butt here. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. So kind of just left me out to dry. So I did not like that. So we called Mayo Clinic. I had an appointment with Mayo Clinic a few months ago, and ended up canceling that because the University of Michigan told me they could figure it out there. So obviously I was more comfortable staying here in Michigan at my house and figuring it out here. But obviously that never happened. They just kind of forgot or gave up on my situation. I don't know why. So yeah, we called Mayo Clinic and they got me in within 2 weeks of calling. So that was very quick. So going to Mayo Clinic, they knew that I had tested high for this cancer in my blood. And that's it. I mean, they got all of my blood work and scans and scopes and everything that I had done previously. They got all of that and all of like the referrals and paperwork and everything that I could possibly have sent to them. You send there. So they knew everything that had happened. So basically my appointment there was with a GI doctor. So I never did that chemotherapy again. I just did it for the 2 days and stopped it. So we went to Mayo Clinic and they were extremely helpful and knowledgeable and wanted me to feel good. Wanted everyone there to feel good. They want you to get better. They don't want you to leave until you feel better. So the good news that they found out, I got different scans and scopes and MRIs there, which I show all of that in the footage here. So I mean, I'm going to put everything in here so you'll see everything I went through, all the MRIs and scans and everything like that. So the good news is no tumor. I do not have this cancer. Everyone had been completely wrong. I do not have the cancer. So that was awesome. And also, they have a plan. They did figure out what was wrong with me, not cancer. So they figured out what was wrong. They have a plan for me. My parents went with me. We were all very satisfied with everything that happened at the Mayo Clinic. I would definitely suggest, if you have anything going on with you, to go to the Mayo Clinic. So we figured it out. I actually had been to about 9 or 10 different doctors before I went to the Mayo Clinic, and it took that 10th doctor to figure out what was going on. So if you are in any sort of sickness or illness, if you're going through something like that, get different opinions. I don't mean to be giving U of M such a bad reputation, but they were going to give me a chemotherapy for the rest of my life for a cancer I did not have, which obviously I'm not comfortable with that at all. So yeah, I would say to always get a second opinion, a third opinion, a fourth opinion, all the way up to a 10th opinion until you feel better. Don't quit until you feel better, obviously. So I'm feeling better now. I want to say thank you again for all of your prayers and kind words and everything that everyone has been sending me, and all the love and prayers. I really appreciate it and needed it, especially in those really hard days. So I'm going to go ahead and start all the footage so you can see exactly what happened there, but I just want to say that I was very satisfied with Mayo Clinic. I loved it. If I ever had anything else going on with me, I would definitely go to Mayo Clinic if I don't feel comfortable with my hospitals here, my doctors here. So I hope this video is helpful to anybody going through any sort of illness or sickness. and I hope that you can have confidence that they will figure it out. So stay strong, you're gonna get through it. Everything is just a season too. I just had to keep telling myself that it's just a season, I'm gonna get through it. Being sick takes a lot out of you, and it's like overwhelming, but God does not want us to get overwhelmed by our sicknesses. He wants us to be overwhelmed by his love. So keep that in mind. Do not let yourself get overwhelmed by cancer or illness, in any sort of illness at all. Don't let yourself get overwhelmed by it. That's not what God wants. That's what the devil wants. So try to stay confident in your love for God and his love for you. He only has love for you and only good things for you. So keep that in mind. That is so important. I want to say thank you to my best friend, Emma Sue. She was, apart from my parents and sister, obviously, Emma Sue was always there for me. She is a friend that everybody needs when they're going through something, because she wants to talk about it and she wants to let you know that you're not alone. She's there for you whenever you need. So if you are a friend of somebody going through something, I want you to know how much they appreciate you. So thank you, Emma Sue. Thank you to all of my really good friends that were sending me packages and prayers and love and support. I loved everything that everyone said to me and was so thankful and appreciative. And I'm so excited to be feeling better and making more videos for you guys and more posts and everything. I'm so excited to just get back to myself and get myself back and gain back everything that I had lost the past few months. I'm excited to get it all back. And then some, because I know God loves to make beauty out of brokenness, and I definitely was broken. I was definitely shattered the past few months, but I can tell that God is putting me back together very slowly, but I have so much patience. So again, thank you. I'm going to start the footage, and I hope this is helpful, and I hope it's informative, and yeah, so here we go. So we were kind of nervous that there wouldn't really be anything to do because
Hi there.
Right off the highway, it looks just like farm country, but after we checked into our hotel last night, we just went for a little bit of a walk, and there's so much to do. So I'm just going to show you like all the kind of different restaurants and shops that they have right next to the Mayo Clinic. So yeah, but I'll do it anyway.
That's cute. Like, is it perfect, but your outfit can be a cute post. Wouldn't it?
Yeah. So there's a bunch of, oh look, there's swell water bottle.
Black and it's like this kind of
It is cute. I can see that on you. Yeah. So there's like a lot of these little gift shops and shops. They have like actually kind of cute clothes in them. Like this one, this crimp right here, it's actually really cute. We're gonna go in there a little bit later. See, doesn't that look like actually kind of cute stuff?
Yeah. That would be cute.
Yeah, cute little window display. So over there, right where that tent is, it looks like just about every night they have some sort of performance. Last night they had Zumba, tonight they have some sort of public speaker speaking at 7. And here's people already coming to get their seats. Hi, Mom.
It's a concert tonight.
Oh, I thought it was a speaker.
No, it said it's a concert and he's going to sing Frank Sinatra songs.
Oh, I was wrong.
It's a kid.
But this restaurant we're at is really cute. There's lights across the top. I don't know if you can see them yet, but it's really cute. And this is a good choice if you don't eat gluten. If you have a gluten intolerance, they have gluten-free pasta and a lot of different options for you. They have a Frank Sinatra impersonator up there. He was just dancing. That building behind that is the Mayo Clinic, too. So, tonight is Tuesday night. We got here last night, and my appointment is tomorrow at 12:30. So, going in, they don't really give you any information at all. I just know that my appointment is tomorrow at 12:30 and which building it is. So, my appointment's at the Gonda building. So, this is right outside our hotel window. That is the Gonda building right there. That mirrored building, and right here, this all is Mayo Clinic, and all behind there, every building behind here is all the Mayo Clinic too. Hi guys, so today is Wednesday morning. What's the date?
22nd.
The 22nd. and it's about 11:30, so we're gonna start walking over to the Gonda building in a second here. I still don't exactly know what's happening today. They called me this morning and asked if I ate already because they want to do blood tests early, but I'd already had breakfast, so I'm guessing we're gonna do it tomorrow because I just ate lunch too, so hopefully they didn't think I was not gonna eat. But I wanted to say that through these past few months, these past like 7 or 8 months, I've gotten probably 7 or 8 different scans. And like one of the scans was 3 days long, so it's like I went in one day, got an injection, had a scan that day, went in the next day, had a scan that day, and the next day had a scan that day, just to see what the scan looks like with the injection and then without it and really without it. So I don't know if they're going to do that again, so if that will add 3 days onto this trip or not. Also, a lot of my scans and lab work was sent to Mayo Clinic to be reviewed, so I don't know if they'll just go off that or want to redo everything again themselves, even though they reviewed the ones I already did. I don't know. So I'll let you guys know that, and I'll try to film like what it looks like inside there and everything. I'm sorry the lighting is so bad, but we're about a 4-minute walk, our hotel, from the Gonda building, so we're walking there right now. It's kind of nice because they have really loud music playing throughout this whole little, downtown area, so there's like Kelly Clarkson right now and like actually fun music to kind of get you excited for your doctor's appointments. So we're coming up on the Gonda building right now. So I'm in a waiting room right now waiting to get a CT scan, but this is my view right out the window. So we're on the side of the Mayo Clinic right now. To my left is the, what's it called? Gonda building. And then, yeah, now we're in the Mayo building. So they have a pretty little courtyard out there where you can wait. So we're currently waiting for my CT scan. They went and gave me a little IV because they have to inject something in me during this scan, and that was really easy. It's just like getting your blood drawn. And now I'm waiting for 20 minutes, and I drank a bottle of water, so we're just waiting. Oh yeah, it's 3 different scans, 3 different parts of my body in a CT scan, and it'll only take 5 minutes. And I've gotten a lot of CT scans before, and it's really not a big deal. Huh? Yeah.
All right, center stone, field, center stone.
That is beautiful. Mom. Wow. You're fine. It's beautiful in here.
Come on, Fallon.
These always make us think of Jimmy Fallon. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's so funny. So now we're outside of the Gonda building. There it all is. So right over here, that stage right there is where that singer was last night and where they had the Zumba on Mondays. And there's just so much to do. So we're staying at the DoubleTree by Hilton. I would definitely recommend this hotel. It's close enough, but it's a little bit out of the center of the city, so you're not completely crowded by crowds all the time. Hi guys, so today is Thursday morning. We just left our hotel room. It's about 8:30 in the morning and I have blood work at 9:10. So we're walking over there and it's a little chilly this morning, but it's still so nice out. It's really nice here. Then after my blood work, we're just gonna eat breakfast, and then they called me last night and told me to go to our MRI earlier if I could. So I'm gonna go see what time they want me there. And I've decided that I do want to get the, what's it called? Sedation. The sedation I decided there's nothing wrong with that, so if you are like going back and forth with that, there's nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and do it. That's what it's there for. And a couple months ago I went on a retreat with my church and I had to get a scan the week after that, so I was telling one of my priests that I was nervous for that, and first thing he said to me was, why don't you just go under? And I was like, no, you're not supposed to tell me that, but he was like, no, that's what I would do, that's what all my friends do, just why not? And I was like, no, and I ended up not doing it for that, but for this I think I might. So that's the plan for today. And tonight they're setting up for like a little festival. All those little tents and stuff. There's lots of tents everywhere. Yeah, there's gonna be like shops and food and music and everything. So I'll definitely show that if we're still around here tonight. Hi guys, sorry I'm so washed out. I don't understand the lighting on this camera for outdoors. But anyways, I got my blood drawn this morning. Now it's like what, 9:30? 9:45. And the blood draw was easy, just like your typical getting your blood drawn. The guy was really nice, talked to me the whole time. We didn't have to wait that long, like 10 minutes. And we got there early, and we got in early. And then we just walked over to the place where I'm getting my MRI later and told them I want to get sedated just so that they know. And she was like, okay, like no big deal at all. Don't even have to get there, like not even a minute earlier for that. So they probably do that all the time, hopefully. And now we're gonna go to Starbucks and get coffee. My mom wants coffee and I want oatmeal. And then we're just gonna relax until the MRI. Hi guys, we just got out of an appointment. I had an MRI at 1:30 today and it went really good. I'm gonna talk about that later once we get back to the hotel room. And then we went and had an appointment with my doctor to go through the results of the CAT scans yesterday and the MRI results today. She is not the one that looks through them to see if she can find something. She just is the doctor. So we did look through them with her, but the radiologist hadn't went through them yet. But just to her eye, she didn't see anything out of the ordinary. She did find one thing from my CAT scan yesterday that she's going to look into, but still nothing very serious or severe, so that's good. But also, I just want to know what it is. So the fact that we just keep getting good scans and good MRIs is great, but it's also just more time added on to this. But you have to remember that we live in time and God does not live in time, so we have to meet Him outside of time. So try not to focus on the time. But speaking of that, that was my last appointment of today. And today's Thursday night. It's Thursday at 5:05. And my next appointment isn't until next Wednesday. So I was like, Mom, why don't we just go home? So I think we might drive home tomorrow. So we'll have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at home. Why not? And then drive back here Tuesday. It's a quick drive. It's about 8 hours, so it's not that bad for us. So we're talking about it. We might do that. We might not, but we probably will. But right now that festival is going on that I was talking about, so I'll try to put some clips in here of that. It looks really fun. It smells really good. There's a lot of like food places. Like all the restaurants around here have little tents out there of like little side sliders you can get, and there's like popcorn and like those like candied almonds and stuff like that. And there's like little arts and crafts things you can buy. There's so much literally going on. But I have a headache. I don't feel that great. I did get the sedation for the MRI, and I'm so glad that I did. But I'll go into that later. So just checking in, and I'll talk to you guys once we're inside our hotel. So we came back in our room and we had this big bouquet of flowers waiting for us. This is from my mom's friend Stacy. She works with her, so thank you so much, Stacy. That was so thoughtful of you. We both were just saying what a stressful and crazy day we had. So we're very grateful to have friends like you that tried to brighten our day, and this did definitely brighten our day. So thank you so much, Stacy. That was so thoughtful of you, and you're the sweetest. We love them. Hi guys, we just got back to our hotel after dinner, and today was a crazy day for us. We're very exhausted, but we did get that surprise with the flowers. That was really nice of Stacy. So yeah, the MRI. So I had an MRI at 1:30. We got there at about 1:20. We found that it doesn't pay off to get anywhere early. Just get there at the time they say, because we're pretty sure they tell you an earlier time anyways. Like, we thought it was 1:30, but then when my nurse came back, she was like, "You're scheduled for 2:05, but maybe they can get you in early." But we thought we were scheduled for 1:35, So anyways, so like they give you a little beeper thing in the waiting room, and then when that goes off, the nurse comes and gets you and takes the beeper thing, and then you go back in a room. My mom came with me, and you just give them your paperwork and stuff, and what? And you just answer some questions, and they put the IV in your arm, whatever. If you have to get any sort of injection during the scan, they put the IV in your arm before, just so that it's already in there. And they flush like saline through it just to get, I don't know, whatever passageway cleared with the saline. So she did that, and then I thought I was getting sedated. I thought I was going to be put out, like put to sleep. And she says, it's not that, it's actually just, what drug was it? Ativan. So it just makes you really relaxed and calm, and so you'll be awake the whole time, you're just going to be relaxed. So I looked at my mom and I was like, what? Like, I thought I was going to be asleep. I'm so mad. And like, I started crying. I was just upset and scared and pissed, and like, I don't want to do this. Like, is there any way I don't have to do this? But then she gave me that Ativan, and we prayed, and she gave me that Ativan, and it was fine. You just like let it dissolve under your tongue, and like for the first little bit, like probably the first 10 or 15 minutes, I was like, I don't like this. I don't feel good. I feel like I could either pass out or fall asleep. I don't like this. I'm hot. But then that kind of went away. And I just tried to like lean back in my chair and just relax, and was just talking to my mom. And my mom was like, "Can I go in there with her?" And they were like, possibly. So my mom has those metal extensions in her head that I got taken out. And so we were like, crap, you should have got yours taken out too. But it was fine. She could still come in the room with me. She just couldn't get very close to the machine because it's a big magnet. So her hair would have like to the magnet. But they did test a magnet on her extensions before, and it was fine. So anyways, after, I don't know, 20 minutes probably, after I got the pill, after I got that Ativan, about 20 minutes later, they finally came back and got us. I didn't have to change anything because I didn't have any metal on me, no underwire or anything like that. I just had on leggings and a t-shirt. So I went back to the room, and like, it's kind of hard to walk because you're so out of it. Like, I remember I went to the bathroom to pee before, and I looked in the mirror and I said, "You are so beautiful. You are so beautiful." I said that to myself. So you're kind of out of it. And then I lay down on the table, and they like put, this is for a brain MRI. I don't know what it's like for any other MRI. This is just the brain MRI. So they put like a panel here and a panel here. So your head's in like these two little boxes. And then they take kind of like they described it as a football helmet, but it's just the tops, like just where like the little poles running across the football helmet are. So you have like this over your face, but there's little lines in it so you can see out of it. So it's kind of like a net or a cage, kind of like a cage around your face. So then at that point I was like, oh god. And they put little ear plugs in that you squinch together, and then they put big earmuffs over your ears. So, I mean, if you're claustrophobic, they really make you feel more claustrophobic, that is for sure. But that Ativan really helped. I wasn't freaking out. I was like, okay. And then the cool thing is, so this is like the top of the thing. It has like a bunch of different poles running across it, the net over my face, the cage over my face. So in one of those little poles, there's a little mirror that you can see my eyes, and I can see my mom's face sitting over there facing me. So that was nice. So she could only see my eyes, but I could see her whole face, like from like here to like above her head. So that was nice being able to focus on her, and just having something to look at, unless I closed my eyes. But I did close my eyes a lot, and that Ativan made me think some weird things, but that's okay. It kept me calm. And before we went in, my mom was telling me about one time she had to get, I think, an MRI or something, and she took something for it, right? Mm-hmm. And she the whole time was dreaming that she was on a toboggan and just was sledding and sledding and sledding and sledding throughout the whole MRI. And I was like, I don't want to think that. Oh my God, I'm already going to be dizzy enough. I don't want to think that. So what was happening, it kind of felt like when you look through a kaleidoscope and all those different things are happening in there. That's kind of what I was seeing when I closed my eyes. And it looked like almost like waves of Indian carpet, like magic carpet. It looked like waves of that going everywhere. It was so weird. And then it like turned into like a downward tunnel. I know this sounds crazy. It turned into like a downward slope. And I was like, here comes the toboggans. So I was like, shit, like don't start thinking this. And so I turned it around and then all of a sudden I was looking at like blue water and mountains and stuff. I'm telling you, it's weird things. I don't know what that did to me, but that made me think weird things. But anyway, so then when I would open my eyes, I would look at my mom, and it was fine. I would just look at her praying, and it was very cool to see my mom praying, because I knew she was praying for me, so that was a very cool experience for me. Anyways, so they start the thing, and it's like loud bangs like that. And then they'll stop, and then there's different like clicking sounds, and then there's different like banging sounds and humming sounds and vibrations, and you can kind of feel it on your back vibrating a little bit like that, kind of like if you were sitting in a massage chair. But I was so calm, and that's not like me. I usually freak out in those things. Even in the CT scan, I don't like being in that thing. But it wasn't that bad. So the first one was like 2 minutes, and then she comes over the speaker and says, "Are you okay?" And I say, "Yeah." And they give you a little ball to what's it called? They give you a little stress ball to like squeeze if you want to get out, or if you need something or anything. So that was in my hand the whole time. But so yeah, it's just different timed scans. So the first one's like 2 minutes, and then she comes on and says, "Are you okay?" And I say, "Yeah." And then she says, "Okay, this next one's 4 minutes." So then those weird ticking and weird things happen again for like 4 minutes, and then there was probably 5 scans, and then she took me out, injected the thing that needed to be injected, and then I went back in, and I had 4 more scans, and they were each like 3 or 4 minutes, so it really didn't seem that long. It altogether took about 45 minutes, but it really doesn't seem that long. It felt to me like about 15 minutes total. But also it was nice because I was just looking at my mom, and she was telling me like 10 seconds or 2 minutes or whatever. So that helps. If you do have someone that could go in the room with you, try that if you're worried, just so you can look at them. But yeah, it wasn't that bad. You just can't move. If you are really worried about it, I would say to take the sedative they give you, because it helped me a lot. And I was so mad thinking it wasn't going to work, but then I just told myself to believe that it would work and believe that God doesn't want me to suffer through this. You gotta do it anyway. Do it afraid. My mom said, she just kept saying, "Do it afraid, when I'm already afraid. Like, shut up. I'm so afraid. I'm doing it. I'm so afraid. But yeah, so that was that. Afterwards, I still felt really tired and out of it and loopy and weird and didn't know what I was saying. Just for like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. And then we had to walk back over to my next appointment in the Gonda building, and that was fine. And yeah, she said... So at my next appointment in the Gonda building, she said that my CAT scans from yesterday came back pretty much clear. She did see one thing that they're going to look deeper into, but they were pretty much clear. So that's a good thing. It just means a longer time here and different tests. So good news today, just more time here, but I don't have another appointment until this time next week. So we're actually going to drive home and go back to Michigan for the weekend and then drive back here for next week's appointments. So, yeah, catch up with you guys next week. No, you're fine.
Where do I go?
You're fine. Okay, so what time is it?
6:02.
It's 6:02, and I had my scope at 7:30-ish is the time that it was scheduled, and I didn't end up waking up for the day until about 4 o'clock. So, we got here last night. My scope was at 7:30, so... this morning we got to the Mayo Clinic around like 7:15, and then they called me back around 8:30-ish, and then I talked to like just like a nurse guy for about, I don't know, a half an hour, and then the anesthesiologist came in and told me about everything with that, and I didn't know this, but he told my parents that they give younger people more anesthesia because it takes more for them to sleep, like our body fights it more. So I guess they had to give me a lot of that. And then I talked to the guy who did the scope, and he was very calm. Everyone was really calm and nice, and wanted me to be comfortable and wanted my parents to be comfortable. And I was with my parents the entire time until like I went back to the what's it called? Operating room, I guess. And everybody in the operating room was really friendly and outgoing and like kind of obnoxious, but in a good way to kind of help you calm down and get you laughing and stuff. And then everybody introduces themselves and talks to you like they asked about how I do makeup and stuff like that, and they're really nice. And then he gives you medicine, or he gave me, I don't know if they do this for everybody, but he gave you medicine to like calm you down, gives you medicine to help your stomach not hurt, and then gives you the anesthesia, and then you're out like that. And then I woke up about half an hour after I came back to the waiting room, and supposedly the scope took about 2 hours. And I was really nauseous when I woke up and had really bad heartburn, so they gave me stuff for that, and then that made me even more tired, so I just didn't want to get up. And I have to be on a liquid diet, so they gave me like Jello and pop and juice and stuff like that, and it was super helpful. They helped me get up and get dressed, and gave me a wheelchair, and we took a funny picture because I looked like an idiot. I had my sunglasses on in the hospital because I wanted to close my eyes when we rode past everybody because I was so tired. And then we got back to the room at what time?
About 4.
No, we got back to the room.
Here? Probably about 1:30.
So we got back here about 1, so it took all morning. And then I just fell back asleep and woke up at 4. So I don't know if it was just like a mixture of really being really stressed out and nervous, plus the Zofran, plus the anesthesia, that I was just out. But either way, I'm still really tired, so I'm not going to do anything today. But it went good. Everyone was really nice and helpful. Look, they're taking pictures down there like I do. So yeah, it went good. And then I just have they didn't schedule anything else for the rest of the day, thankfully, and then I have an appointment tomorrow. And they know, like, you know, instantly if they see anything or not. So he already told me they didn't see anything, so that's nice that you don't really have to wait to know what happened. And that's it. So I guess I'll talk to you guys tomorrow after my next appointment. Hi guys, so it is Thursday around like 11 or 12, and I think we're all just kind of feeling like a little bit defeated. Like, we were glad that yesterday they didn't find a tumor, but then also it's like we're kind of like starting back at square one. So today we were supposed to have an appointment with one of my doctors here in like the GI unit, and she, I guess, called in sick, which I totally get, but it's like the 4th of July weekend, so today's Thursday, so we were supposed to have our appointment with her today, and then we were kind of hoping they would like set up another test or another appointment, like tomorrow or next week. So they called us this morning and said she canceled, so she was like, we can have her call you if you want to like have an appointment that way, and I'm like, I guess, like, I want her to call me, but really the only thing that she said we were going to do at the appointment is go over the results from yesterday, which we already know the results. There was like nothing there, so I just kind of don't really know what to think right now. It's like, I get that people get sick, obviously I get sick all the time, but like, we don't want to really spend like the whole like 5 days here just doing nothing. Like, you know, it's just like defeating. But we did set up an appointment with a different doctor today at 3 o'clock, so I'm going to see what he says and if he can set up a different appointment sooner, like, but they're closed on Monday, so it's Thursday, so we don't really have anything until probably Tuesday. But I'll let you guys know once we figure this out. I'm just like kind of annoyed, and I just want to be home and feeling good, so it's just annoying, but I'm trying to stay positive. And I'm happy that there wasn't a tumor, but I just want to feel better. So
sorry this is getting to me, but it is just like a lot, you know, and yesterday was just, it just takes a lot out of you because they do so much to you, and especially when you don't feel good, like, it's just a lot on your body, you know. So yeah, I just want to feel good, so I'll let you guys know what happens tonight and if we are having to come back or stay or what. So yeah. Good morning, guys. Today is July 1st. It's Friday at like 9-ish. And I know I haven't been like filming more of this trip. I filmed more last trip, but this one I just haven't felt that good and didn't feel like carrying my camera around. So my throat feels better today after that scope. That really hurt my throat really bad. It really feels like you have like the flu or a cold or something when you get a sore throat. That's really what it feels like. So it was really painful last night, but this morning it's a little bit better. And my stomach still hurts really bad. I feel like it might have just like, I don't know, it irritated my stomach for sure. I don't know if it like kind of cut into my stomach somewhere. It feels kind of like heartburn, but I know that it's not heartburn, but it's like in the center of my stomach where heartburn usually is. So that really hurts, and it hurts to like turn like in bed, like just to turn from side to side. That hurts. But anyways, so yesterday I said that we were going to meet with a different doctor, so we ended up meeting with him, and he was awesome and better than what we expected, and he was like the director of the area department that we were in. So he already knew everything about me because my doctors had to go to him first. So that was nice that he already knew everything, and he was very thorough and went through everything and had like 4 main points that he wanted to make, so we all were on the same page. He took his time, and so it was good. And then he just wanted to get a little more blood work, and he told me that I was really anemic, which I've known forever, but lately doctors have just been like, are you still anemic? And I didn't think I was, so I said no. But he said, did you like go onto like your patient portal or something? And I was like, no, I don't even know what that is. And he said, you should go on there because that says what all your blood work comes back as and stuff. And he said like it was in like the single digits where it should be in like the 40-ish range. So he figured that out for me. I think that will definitely help me start feeling better faster. Where no one has said that to me before, even though they all could have easily looked at my charts, no one has said that to me. And then he just has to do, we did blood work this morning, and he has to do a ultrasound of my neck today, and then we get to go home. And he kind of seemed like we wouldn't have to come back, so that's great. So thank you for watching the video. I hope that if you're going through something and you're going to Mayo Clinic, that you feel a little bit more comfortable and know that they're going to figure it out, and God does not want you to suffer. Please leave me any comments below if you have any questions. I am feeling good. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I want to move on from this. That's kind of why I'm making this video, because I want to move on from this and leave this in my past. This has definitely strengthened my faith in God and my love for my family and friends in God. So I'm thankful for this experience, but I just want to move on from it. And this is just a season. So new season starts now, so this will hopefully be the last time I talk about this, and thank you for watching. Thank you for your support and prayers, and I hope that anyone who's watching this that is sick, that you feel better, and that Mayo Clinic helps you figure it out. Thank you for watching. Bye.